So you just bought your Jeep, and you're new to off-roading your 4x4. Where do you start? First off, make sure you understand when you need to use 4 low and 4 high. There's a link in my description below on how to put your Jeep into 4x4 mode. Off-roading on the East Coast is a lot different to the West Coast. The East Coast is mostly made up of off-road parks. Those parks are fun and challenging, but can be expensive. I have been to Roush Creek Off-Road Park and Anthracite Area Outdoor Adventure, both in Pennsylvania. They are privately owned and have fees. I have wheeled Uwharrie OHV, off-highway vehicle, trail system in North Carolina, and some trails in Virginia. Both places require permits. The fees change on all of these from year to year, so I suggest you check out their websites. These are places I have wheeled on the East Coast. There are a lot of off-road parks on the East Coast and the Midwest. There's just too many to mention here. Your best bet is to search off-road park in your area or ask local Jeepers. There used to be public lands on the East Coast, but unfortunately most of those have been taken away from us. Another idea is to search national forest, as there are forest roads you could take your Jeep or off-road vehicle. These roads are usually very easy to navigate and a good way to get started. As far as the West Coast goes, there are miles of endless trails, and they are free. The amount of trails and places to wheel are just too many to list here, but they are all easy to search out. The first place to start is to search up national parks and forests. There are tons of them with so many scenic roads to wheel. Of course, a given is a Google search. Another place to look is Amazon. There are off-road guidebooks you can purchase. Search guides to backroads and four-wheel drive trails. There are books for Colorado, Moab, Arizona, and California. There are also many websites out there to help you find trails, like trailsoffroad.com. Then you have the Jeep Badge of Honor app. It's an app you can download if you're a Jeep owner. There are several trails across the country you can wheel and earn badges from Jeep. Now, if you want to spend several days in any of these locations, your best bet is to camp. But be aware, during busy seasons, most campgrounds want you to stay at least 2 nights, and they get booked up really fast. You can also camp in state parks, national parks, or on BLM lands, Bureau of Land Management. A bit of a warning, though, before you head out on these trails, especially on the West Coast, you need to take weather into consideration. Some of those higher altitude trails close. There's the Rubicon Trail in California, which is the mecca of all trails. This trail in the winter is not a good idea for beginners. And most of the trails in Colorado are closed in the winter for safety reasons. Sometimes trails are closed because of too much water or forest fires. It's a good idea to get to know the area and how they work each set of trail systems in the area. Some trails have been closed permanently and are no longer available for off-roading. There are groups out there fighting these BLM closures, Bureau of Land Management. Also be aware of how a trail is rated. Each area has different trail rating systems that rate the trails from easy to moderate to difficult. Don't be afraid to ask, because you don't want to be on a trail that is over your Jeep's capability or your capability. I have videos on my YouTube channel of all the trails I've wheeled, so go check them out.